gosh, what a one-day special we have on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, and I'm not sure if I'm still allowed to say ladies and gentlemen, am I? People of the audience.
Everybody.
Hello, everybody. Good evening, everybody. That sounds like Billy and Johnny, though, doesn't it? From
It does
Hale
a
and
bit.
Paste, doesn't it? A little bit. Anyway, as you can hear, John Lockwood is in the house. This is a John Next Door one-day special, and we're up the posh end for this one-day special because we're in Windsor and Belgravia for a fantastic mandala collection. And don't be thinking to yourself, oh, it's just a mandala die. That'll just be one die. Oh, hang on, he said Windsor and Belgravia. It's two dies. Two dies. That'll be amazing.
Yes. No, it's not. It's about 22.
It's a little bit more than two, isn't it, John?
It is.
What a spectacular collection this is.
Thank you. I'm really, really pleased with this.
Yeah.
We always say, you know, you always say, come on and go, oh, I love this one, and I do. This just worked out exactly how I wanted. And as I was saying earlier, I actually took the inspiration, and it's so rare I have this. The inspiration was from the littlest room downstairs.
Oh yes, and I think we've got a picture to show of John's smallest house. Smallest room in the
Smallest
house.
room in the house.
That made you sound like a property baron then.
It did, yeah,
the smallest room in the one house John has. And the inspiration came from... And that's an artwork, is it?
It actually, I believe, Sam created an entire little gallery of different pictures.
Oh, cool.
I think it's a bit of wallpaper.
Oh, is it?
I think it's kitchen tiley type wallpaper.
I love it.
In a frame.
Do you know what, Sam?
But if you
Such
look,
good taste,
he has. But if you look at this on the mandala, there it is.
Oh, yeah.
So that's literally where the inspiration came from. The heart shape with the fleur-de-lis in it.
It's beautiful. Now, listen, before we get too cosy talking about this, there's some things that you need to know about this right now. Live on Monday evening in the 8 o'clock show, because you might be watching this at 4 o'clock on Tuesday morning, just bearing that in mind. But live on Monday night, 40% of the stock, and it is a big, big stock, and there is no more. There will not be a situation where we can say back on extended delivery, etc., etc., etc. We had all of those conversations already. We maxed everything to the max already, and it's 40% of the entire stock of this one-day special sold out and gone. And I love the timing of this one-day special. I know we talked about it in the launch show, John, but you were talking about Christmas, your favourite time of the year for making cards and everything else. But also, once you've done your glut of Christmas card making, you do need that something as a crafter, which is probably in December, because you're done with cards for Christmas by then, to look forward to actually diving into.
You do. You need the sorbet between courses.
Yeah.
The palette cleanser.
Yeah.
I need something, and I always do this every year, I need something to look forward to, because you get that swamped down and you've decorated your Christmas tree.
Yeah.
And you've made all the cards that you can face making.
Yeah.
Because if you're anything like me, you might have a target of 75, but you probably make 60 and think, oh, no, I can't.
Enough now.
You do it, and I do it so much through the year. It's nice to have something probably in December to look forward to. And also something, sounds awful, but something nice to sneak off to and play with when you've got everybody round.
Yes.
And you need that break. And I thought, this is so different. Yes, if you want to, as everything. You know, I always think of a friend of mine, Pauline, who only makes Christmas cards. And she makes them all year, and she sells them for charity. She makes hundreds a year.
Oh, that's wonderful.
She sells every single one for charity, and every penny goes to the charity.
Yeah.
Different one every year. Yes, you could use these for Christmas cards. You could use the intricacy of it, but you can play with other colours. You can play with the blues, and over the other side we did all the golds and all of the autumn colours. There's so much you can do, and really do, I think we need, at this time of year, a palette cleanser.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, now, two things I need to do. First of all, walk you through the 22 dies that we've got in this set and what they can do as well. And we're going to start in Windsor, the Royal
Park.
House of Windsor, yes, the Great Park and everything else. And these are very, very beautiful. And because there are so many different elements to them, John, they just lend themselves in so many different ways, don't they?
I really think they do, because I did the first samples I made of this particular one of Windsor were in yellows. I'm going to grab one very quick. We're in sort of yellows, and it really said to me, if I slide that in naughtily, I can't think of the right word now.
Sunflower. Yeah.
It really did say a sunflower, but we can actually do exactly the same one in almost the autumn shades. I'm being really naughty here. I'm really sorry, Uncle Derek.
No, that's all right.
But we can go into the autumn shades and get something completely different.
Oh, that embossing folder is on the show, by the way, which we'll get to in a wee while. Yeah, you can go all seasons of the year with this, and you can go all of your different colours. In fact, actually, for those people who've got a nice big collection of coloured card, this would be a great way of using up those odd colours that you think, I never use, why do I never go to that colour?
Well, it's like the orange that's on that, the ginger-coloured card. I don't use that.
No.
I mean, I think that's one of Maxine's, but I've used it myself on the card that's
Leslie's.
just by your shoulder, by Leslie. But it's not a colour I'd normally use, but it so works. This collection will let you use some of the more strident cards. You know, the stuff you bought because it looked nice?
Yeah.
Maybe at a show, or, you know,
Don't
Derek was selling it you on a happy hour deal, and he was selling you that, because I know you've got a massive box full of really bright card you won't use.
Yes.
Yes, he has.
Yes.
We all have one.
Yes.
This is one of the ways to use it because it's so bold and strident, yet you can be very subtle with it.
Absolutely. And sometimes you need things to do with that card that you can't fold or bend. Just saying.
Yeah.
Right, so anyway, don't start now. Right, so with the Windsor also comes your Windsor Corners. Now, these are really... Oh, that was a monumental crash, that, wasn't it? That was brilliant, wasn't it? Full house. I get a strike for that. OK, don't worry, I'm going down the counter anyway. It'll be fine. So, Windsor Corners, these are brilliant, and you get 4 of them. We say corners because you get all 4 of them, because there's nothing worse than with a corner. You get the first 3 right, and the 4th one goes off on a wonk, and you think to yourself, how did I manage to do that? Here, you've got all 4 dies, so you can cut them out all at the same time, and that, cutting them out of just a playing card there, leaves you with that shape, which is quite incredible, really, isn't it?
It was designed so that the waste is as useful. Sometimes we buy a die and we pay for it based on the amount of metal used to make it, the piece it comes out of. But to me, if I can make 4 small corners give you a whole new shape, I'm going to do that. And as you said there, if you look there, that's a different shape. There's a little bit of the Windsor to match in it. But you see how that fits in the middle of that shape?
Ta-da!
So again, it's a completely different shape again to what you get on the rest of the dies. And again, I'm going to show you that in the first demo anyway, of how we can work with the corners.
Love, love, love. Now, listen, we need to move on to Belgravia. And Belgravia, ooh, this is very, very grand. Look at how that rebuilt itself in such a small amount of time. It is like magic, isn't it?
Magic.
So there is Belgravia, and Belgravia has these little sort of fleur-de-lis within them that look like little crowns. They look like very, very grand, very, very ornate. You could also put a bit of a poinsettia spin on this. So don't discount it for Christmas, because you can use, I'll show you some samples later, where, you know, Christmas colours have really come into play. In fact, let me show you one right now that shows you... Ooh, I didn't even need to look at the back, did I, really? No. Shelag Metzler. Yay!
But change the colours to red, and but you wouldn't think it was in there. And this is the great thing about these.
Look at how super, super 3D that is. That is gorgeous. I love, 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 love. Beautiful. And there are also the Belgravia Corners. Must show you that. So again, same thing here. John's cut out the corners in one single piece. They're all 4 together because you get 4 of the corner dies. Not only are they gorgeous in their own right with so much detail, but that's the shape that they can leave behind as well. They can leave other shapes behind as well, John, can't they?
They can. So you can actually put them closer. You can do, if you actually put them 2 in the middle, but again, I'm going to show that in the demo.
Oh, OK.
You'll see a completely different shape again. But to me, one of the dies that I don't have in my stash, one of the dies that I've never done is a cross.
OK.
But there it is.
Yes.
So if you want that, and you want that, because it's so rare to me that I would use it.
Is that a bit Tudory as well, do you think?
It has got a real...
Yeah.
I was actually, while I was designing these, I was actually watching the Tudors.
Ah, so those influences...
From it's about 10 years ago now, probably.
So those
but
influences...
that's what I was watching while I was drawing these.
See, that's amazing, isn't it?
So I think that's where that sort of regal... sort of look comes from, because that does look like a set of crowns or some crenellations that you would get in the Tudor era.
I absolutely love that. It's so beautiful. This is the Belgravia Border, which comes with your die sets as well. It's absolutely stunning. It makes a lovely, lovely frame as well, as John showed us in the... Was that the Belgravia one you used? Yeah,
It was, yeah.
Wasn't
I'll
it?
give you,
You used in the 6 o'clock. Here it is. It's a bit of a demo which is about to happen, actually, or part 2. I think, which is about to happen. So there it is, because it has exactly 45-degree angles on each side.
The end of it is a 45-degree angle, which means that they marry together exactly to give you a perfect corner. There's no measuring, there's no scoring, there's nothing. It's literally the design in the die was that you've got each end of it is at 45 degrees, so it will always fit for a square frame.
Amazing. Right, now listen, I need you to know lots and lots of information. First of all, 40% of the stock, the entire one-day special, over that, obviously, because we've spent the last few minutes talking through it, over 40% live on the Monday night, sold out and gone. It's the entirety of the stock, so as soon as you see this, you need to get that checked out as quickly as you possibly can. Now, in each of the John Next Door shows for this one-day special, there is going to be a happy hour, and there is a brand new one for this hour as well. You found it already, which is why I'm trying to get to it so quickly. In fact, a quarter of these have already sold out and gone as well. It's a big number too, and they've gone. Now, this doesn't happen very often, but it's happening on all of the one-day special shows. John has very kindly got Peter to agree to do a half-price deal on these fabulous. Now, what is this one? Well, this one is a slide card. This is really, really cool. Let me make sure I do this the right way around. Which way around is the right way around? So just
pull the little tab and open it. No, slide it, open it from left to right, like you would a card.
That's it, yes.
Yep.
Sorry.
So open it like you would open a card.
Ta-da! And look, and then your element appears. So let me close that up again. That's very, very
And of course,
clever,
the idea is you can do it so there are 2 messages. So there's one on the front.
Yes.
And then there is one on the back when you open it. So that one says 40. But when you open it...
Looking forward to getting to that age, aren't you?
It says, I am. Happy birthday. Next year for me.
Isn't that cool? I love it. I want to show you another one as well.
It's almost like you can do hidden messages. It's so cool. And again, it's the cost of this to post is a normal stamp. There's no extra, you know, there's no depth or dimension in there.
How cool is that? So 2 messages in one. So is it just one? Is it one? How many dies are in there, John?
Oh, there's 8 pieces in there because, of course, you get everything you need. So you get the hexagonal opening, you get the circular opening and all the pieces. And there is a full video tutorial on YouTube telling you exactly how to make it, step by step, just over my hands. You really like this, don't you? This
Do you know, it's the first time I've seen these. And it was like the happy hour that we had in the 6 o'clock, which we now can't mention again, obviously, because that moment has now passed. But this is such a lovely, lovely concept. And it's difficult to show you, obviously, when I'm... what's happening with this one? Hang on. Oh, is that one? I don't know if that is one, actually.
Yeah, I think...
She made it as a normal card, I think.
No, it's probably got a little bit stuck.
Hang on. Just a moment, please.
Uh-huh.
Right. OK. Take 2, everyone. Here we go. So at the moment, it says there's a little verse in there. And then when you open it up, there is your birthday message. How clever is that? And my apologies, Leslie, for getting that wrong first time around. Let's do another one. Oh, this might be one of yours, John. It's one with no name.
I think that was the one on the front of the packaging.
Loved you then, love you still, always have and always will. Look! Oh, that is just the sweetest, isn't it? 40% of the stock of that happy hour sold out and gone then. Right, that doesn't need another mention then because that's going to fly straight out of the door. So 8 dies in that set. Did you say there was a video to go with that?
There is a video to go with that, and it is just a standard on my... John, if you just type into Goggle, go into Goggle or Bong or one of those other ones, and just type in John Next Door YouTube channel.
Right.
Yeah. Then it's... all the videos start to list, and then there's a link about halfway down that is to the full channel, and that lists every single video. But also, if you're a member of the Crafting with John Next Door and Crafts 2 group, the brilliant Ginger Prince, Mr. Keeler, has created a document in files which tells you with a link
Oh, where the videos are.
Where each video is for each die.
Oh,
So
brilliant.
find the die and click on that, or just search John Next Door YouTube and go through the videos there and you'll see them, because I think there's well over 100 or 200 on there now.
Fabulous.
But there is one for this die and it's just over my hands. There's none of this, hello, today I'm going to be, no, I can't stick any of that.
Yeah.
Basically, it's right, today I'm making this, watch, do it. Yeah.
It's brilliant. And there's no Herbert like me getting in the way either, which is good. So you just get non-stop demo. Right, I've got to talk to you about the embossing folders. Oh, my word, these are so, so beautiful. They are beautiful. It's a bundle of 3 there for you. They are the Prescott 3D embossing folders, and they are delicious. They are called quilted blocks, braided lines and spiral flower. And I tell you what, for me, it's that wonderful, wonderful depth of these embossing folders. You can really touchy-feely these. They are gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. 048053 is the item number there for you on this one, £14.97. Now, backed by popular demand after an absence of at least 18 months, the bold alphabet dies have been reissued, and a massive amount of these went when we launched at 6 o'clock on Monday night as well. So a lot of the stock of those has gone already. 6762019 is your item number for that one. Please do check out your baskets as quick as you can. If you're watching overnight, just check the website for stock as well, because things are going bonkers as you would expect. So, Mr. Lockwood, what's first?
Right, so we did the frame piece earlier,
did.
and I did say that you don't have to have square nesting dies to frame this.
Nope.
So I want to show you using my insert. So I've got so please don't be fooled by the fact I've got my water media mat here.
Yeah.
I have got the A4 self-healing cutting mat in there as well.
Which is on the show?
Yeah, if you take a knife to this, you're going to cut it, it's silicone.
Right,
yeah?
yes.
But basically, this is something I always do, and you kind of forget about it. And a lot of people have, I always said, every die on the show can be used in an A5 machine like the Kaleido.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't have A4 machines, but you want to be able to make a bigger frame. So this is the easy way. And what I've got is, this is the actual rule that comes with it, with the metal edge.
Yeah.
Okay. And what I'll do is, this is so clever. If you look, it's wider. This is the piercing ruler. You see, it's wider.
Yeah.
Like considerably. If I take the black away, it's more obvious. Yeah, see how much wider it is? That's because each one of these marks it's giving you so many more sort of marks on there. So each one of those is half a centimetre.
Right,
okay?
yeah.
So it allows you to keep it even. And the metal edge, it's not just a metal wrap around. It's almost like it's a bar of metal that's been put in there.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if you can see that. I really make this so difficult for Marcus, the poor director.
Oh, I see.
Can you see that? It's a bar of metal.
Yes.
Yeah. It's not just a wrapped piece of metal around it.
Yeah.
So it means that whenever you use a knife with a rule, if you use it against the plastic side, you cut into it. It's never straight. This keeps it straight.
Yeah.
But if I want to actually have an even frame, and of course I'm doing this on black, which makes this look so hard. I'm really sorry. Basically, I can say, right, I want to come in by a centimetre.
Oh, I see what
so
you
I
mean.
put
right,
the line
yes.
there, against the white there, and I've got 2 centimetres there. Go all the way down to the bottom and cut from 2 centimetres.
Oh, and your fingers are far enough away so you can see
Really
everything.
far.
You don't feel like, oh, stay out of the way and all of that.
So there's my
That's
cut.
clever.
Rotate, do the same again. 2 centimetres, put it at the top, get the line against there. So there, 2 centimetres down,
To 2 centimetres.
pull to the edge.
That's such a good idea, because sometimes you look at a set with multiple rulers and you think, well, why do I need that one and that one?
To
it's not
me-
until somebody shows you and you go, actually, you know what? That's why that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. You need to know why. The why is so important. So again, you take that little bit more time just to do it, but it gives you the complete even down to there. So there is my even frame all the way around.
Perfection.
But what you can do on the outside is you can do the same. So I can actually now go, right, how far? This is why it's wider. So I can put this line against the edge and just go, right, okay, let's cut that out. Remember, it's that last line. So let's put that last line against the edge there. There you go. So I'm just going to go that last line and I'll finish it. Obviously, you take it a little bit further. I've not done it right. I need to put it on the right mat the right way. There we go. And just take that again. Last line on there. Was it a last line on there, isn't it? Honestly, John. I'd forget my head if it wasn't bolted to my neck. But then I've got the perfect frame. So that one obviously looks a little bit long, so I've got the size wrong, didn't I? No problem, just put that line to there and cut it down. So now I've got my frame without having to have a big machine.
Yeah.
Or any extra dies.
Perfect.
Because I hate having to have extra dies. So what I'm going to do now is I'll do the corners. I want to show you the different ways to do the corners to make a piece inside. So should we start with white, because I've been using a lot of black, haven't I? So the first way I'm going to do this is, all I've done is I've cut this to, let's get my inch rule. So this is 5.5 inches. So all I'm going to do is put one on each corner and leave a space. And this is why, to me, 4 corners are so important. Now, can you see that this one is curved a little bit? This is the quality of these dies in the corner. That got run through the machine on top, so it's got a curl.
Okay.
If you can see that die there, look.
Yeah.
Yeah, that will still cut perfectly.
Brilliant.
Because the quality is in the metal and the design of it. So when you do mess up like that, you don't have to go and buy yourself a second set. Which...
it is good to know.
It worried me. It is, but you'd think they're delicate. You always think corners are delicate. And the very first thing I did was get that stuck on the bottom of my magnetic plate and run it through against my rollers, which curled it.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to put those 4 in, and this will give me a bigger version of the cross.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to run that through. 1. There we go.
Is the Kaleido available at the moment?
I'm not sure.
It's on the show.
Oh.
Yes, it's on the show. So if you have a look, if you open thecraftstore.com, you see all the products that are on the show for this show, and the Kaleido will be there as well. Because if you haven't invested yet at all in a die cutting machine, if you want the one that does just a little bit more, do you know what I mean? Just a little bit more than just a cutting machine. And it's an intuitive cutting machine as well, because it's got that magnetic base plate.
It's got the magnetic base plate,
which
so
is
it just
such a good thing.
It is.
Just for keeping you accurate.
It does, and it stops your dies actually crossing and things like that an awful lot of the time.
Yeah.
So you can see there on the. Hopefully you can see it on the above, because I put it on the pink side.
Yeah.
We've got that shape, and of course then we've got the corners. So I'm going to pop those out. So now I've already taken it out of that one, John.
What's the card you're using there? Is it
So
like a linen?
This is Crafts 2 white linen card.
You can really see the texture in that, can't you? It's lovely.
It's a beautiful card for the front, and we are ridiculously so out of stock of it.
Oh, are you?
Yes, we are trying, because it comes in from the Netherlands. It's not.
Right.
As soon as it's back in stock, we will bring it back on the show, because I get asked about the linen card more than anything else.
Yeah.
Because it is absolutely beautiful. So
well,
I'm just
if you need someone to nip over to the Netherlands for a couple of days to pick up some boxes, John,
If that was going, I think I'd have offered to Peter
never pass up a trip to the Netherlands.
No, actually, yeah, we are going over to Germany actually in January, so I might actually have to come back via the Netherlands, pick some boxes up, and then charge it as a business expense.
Sounds like a plan, doesn't it?
It is. So that's one way.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Gorgeous.
What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to cut them in black in the other way, just to show you the other way that they can work.
Yeah.
And I want this again in the middle, so I just need to clean my dies out. Let's take the tape off, because the bits always stick in. So this time I'm putting these in the centre. So what I should do
okay, right, yeah,
is to actually mark the centre, but me being me, I'm going to try and get away with it and wing
eyeball it.
Yeah, why not? It's late.
Well, you can always trim it if you need to.
Exactly. It's gone 8 o'clock, so it's fine. But you get a completely different look just by doing this. So we'll put those 2 together. I tend to tape. You see what I mean about this one? But it's not affected the cut at all.
Yeah.
So I'm going to then tape those 2 together and roughly put that in the centre. While I run this through, is there something you want to run through, Uncle
Yes,
Derek?
well, I need to talk to you about the happy hour before it does absolutely disappear. Thank you for that little opportunity there, because are we approaching? Are we there? approaching 70% of the stock of the Happy Hour, which is a die that will make this wonderful mechanism here where you open up and you see a second message coming through. I think this is really, really cool. I want to show you this one again because this is, I think, look, how cool is that? So wishing a very special person a very special birthday, and then the second message, your happy birthday. And that can be absolutely anything. It can be a pop-up picture of them, a really embarrassing one. It could be absolutely anything you want. So the die to be able to make that mechanism, in fact, I say die, it's a set of 8 dies actually, which is half price right now, and Happy Hour at £9.99, but you'll have to be quick. 715851 is your item number, because that is only good on this live 7 o'clock hour on Monday night. So fingers crossed and good luck.
Right, so they've cut
corners.
out, but can you see now the second pattern I can get?
Oh, that's nice. That's created like a little cathedral window kind of look as well. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So you put some acetate behind that now, couldn't you?
That isn't anywhere else.
No.
So that doesn't exist on any of the mandala sets, but it ties in with them because I used the same pattern.
Oh, yes.
So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the white piece, and we're going with the Belgravia, aren't we?
Yes.
Yes. So going to put the Belgravia.
We've spent all night doing this, haven't we?
We have.
Windsor, Belgravia.
We genuinely have. Okay. I'm basically going to cut out the Belgravia, the second die in the Belgravia set. So die number 2, as I call it, because what I do is I count from the outside in.
Yeah.
So the largest die in the set to me is number 1, the next one down is number 2. So let's just run that through. So again, going through really simply through my Kaleido. As I said, everything we're doing is about, I haven't even got my A4 machine out. So I haven't got my A4 machine out anywhere because I know I don't need it for this show. So I'm just going to pop this out, and I know it seems a little bit crazy, but it's getting different patterns and something bigger than us ourselves, than what we're actually getting from we're using. So now, can you see that? Fits over there.
Superb.
So I'm going to just give this a little bit of a spray glue into the box, not onto Derek's shoes.
I'm just going to show you something very, very quickly as well, just while John's sticking that on. Because what a lovely use of that. I hadn't thought about that, but of course in the top of a Dreamcatcher design.
Yep, so she's used it as a stencil and sprayed through the die cut piece and taken it off.
That's brilliant. And of course you can make stencils with any die. You can make a stencil, can't you? So think of all those opportunities too. See, this isn't just a mandala die, so it's not just 2 dies. So there's not a misprint there. It is right, 22 dies. It's not just one mandala design called Windsor and one called Belgravia.
No, it's not. It's 22 dies that each work together or separately or interchange between them. Because of course that's a piece of waste now. So you can see now the pattern we've got.
That
doesn't exist anywhere else. So let's spray this. And this is, so far, this has gone through the machine 3 times, that's it.
Yes.
So normally you would think, when you're pattern building with dies, you instantly think that you're going to have to cut things hundreds of times. So far, I've had to make 3 cuts. That's it. So, there we go, there's our piece. Now I'm going to drop my corners back in. So let's take it. I've got my 4 white. Just make sure I've got these cleaned out. Honestly, I would lose my head if it wasn't bolted to my neck.
Shall I show you my rosette?
If you could.
It's my rosette.
It is your rosette.
Was it Leslie that made this?
I think it was Leslie. It will say on the back, hopefully.
It's got a name on it, but I don't want to lift. I think it's on the bottom flaps, and I don't want to lift it and break it and separate it from the pin. But look, you can make a little rosette out of your mandala. So if you do little shows and competitions, and this is my first, I don't know, this is my first one-day special with John next door? No, probably won't be one of those.
Won't be that, I don't think.
No.
I don't know.
This is the first time I've worn this shirt on air. There you go, because I only bought it today.
Very good.
There we go.
Yes, you see, you keep claiming you're getting smaller because it's a new shirt, but I think you're slowly disappearing.
No, I'm buying the right size shirts now. That's the thing.
No, I think you just wanted it to look a little bit like little and large, realistically.
It was Leslie that made the rosette, and it's very, very nice.
Bless her.
So if you're involved in
thought
any
it
kind
might
of
be.
competitions, you can make your own rosettes for them.
So there we go. I've got the black and the white on here, just on a piece of card.
Okay, this is the corners.
And spray. So this is the corners. But again, all of this and all of these pieces I'm about to use came from 3 cuts. That's it.
Oh, which is bonkers, really.
I
Isn't
know,
it?
and that just sounds crazy.
So
but
every
then
time it goes through your die machine, you're like, well, hey, you've got loads
you've
to play
got
with
all
here.
4 of them. But
Yeah.
when you start to drop them in, this, I mean, I've seen people who've made beautiful pattern stamps and patterns built up with stamps.
Yeah.
And I don't have the precision for something like that. But dies, I can do it really, really easily. So I'm just dropping these into each corner. So I'm going same on colour. So same on, same on. There we go. Let's go with the black now. So we'll just drop the black pieces in. Suddenly, it fills in and makes sense of this centre. Let's just, come on, come on. There we go. Good boy. So, see, I'd be great with a dog. I really would. But Sam's determined.
What, to not have one?
No, that we will have one.
Oh, you will have one, yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Oh, is it you that's dragging the heels on that one, John?
And not until we've had a holiday. We've got a name though. It's going to be called Bob.
Well, you know what? You can have a dog and a holiday. You know, like it is possible.
No, I'm not doing any. No decisions are being made until I've had a holiday.
Okay, so holiday first.
Holiday first.
Okay, well Sam's onto that already. That's
Is.
fine.
Yes, I was telling you earlier, wasn't I?
Yeah, that's all. That's nearly signed, sealed, and delivered, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know. It
But-
usually takes at least 3 days of planning before you'll actually book.
Come on, Sam, do it.
There we go. But you can see there then, if I hold this one up,
That's beautiful, isn't it?
but how complex and deep that looks.
Yeah.
But that's actually only 3 cuts.
Which is
That's
ridiculous,
been
isn't
run
it?
through a machine 3 times.
Yeah.
Can you imagine what that would be like if you only got 1 die, 1 corner?
Yeah.
That
no.
would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That would be 9 times you would have to cut that.
Yeah. Yeah.
At least,
Exactly.
so-
And as you say many, many times, life's too
Life's
short.
too short.
Life's too short.
So all I'm going to do is just pop a little frame on it.
Fabulous.
So the frame we did earlier, just to tie it
Oh,
together.
yeah.
But look what happens when
Oh my word.
I frame that.
And if you didn't see that frame being made, 6 o'clock show you made that frame, didn't you?
Yep, 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Onto a black card again. So that is just using the combination of them. I've got this thing at the minute about black and white. I know it's probably because I've been using so much colour.
It's good though. It's nice, like, to strip things back to basics, show their natural
Yeah.
beauty. And this has a lot of natural beauty. It almost doesn't need that much colour at all, does it?
doesn't
really?
need anything
or
else.
embellishment or decoration necessarily. You know, because they work.
But the square in the middle, that doesn't exist. The little loops that go into it, the 4 dots, none of that actually exists in anything else. It's because of the combination of how we've put the dies together.
And the great thing is you can come back and visit this show and put that exact combination together again if you wanted to. Can I show you some samples quick? Because these are all beautiful. And I'll try and show a nice cross-section of all of the design team, because I tell you what, they're absolutely amazing. Yes, this is a Shelag one. You can see because it's 3D and it's got lots and lots of life to it. It's absolutely beautiful. But look, hello, found one that's not Shelags. This is a John Lockwood special, and it's the wrong way around. There we go. I think is it that way around?
I always top mount my cards, so. But there's no right and wrong way. That's what I love about
That's
it. It doesn't have
beautiful.
to be in one direction or another.
And that's using that embossing folder as well, that Rose's embossing folder, which is on the show as well. But then going back to black and white, so I'm guessing this is one of yours, John, as well, is it?
No.
Oh, this is a Leslie
That's
one.
a
I see
Leslie.
Leslie had the same thought. Just keep it simple in just the black and white here. And here's your autumnal one, which I love. I think that's really, really beautiful. That's using the Windsor, isn't it, that one? The Windsor's the one with the more, the pointed points,
Yes.
isn't it? You can go Christmas with these as well. You could go sort of semi-Christmas, actually. I love what Shelag has done here, actually. She's used holographic mirror card at the back there. She's used some silver glitter and she used some black card here. But this, I think, again, it is Shelag again, so forgive me. But I love what she's done here is she's taken two corners together into individual squares there, and then made 4 tiles of that, and then put the flowers over, and then she's used, I think that is the bold alphabet as well, John, isn't it?
It is, yes. So she's used the bold alphabet. And I don't know what it is. There's something classic. There's something classically beautiful about the bold alphabet.
Yeah, it's
gorgeous. You don't normally think that it being capitalised, it's sort of shouting. But it isn't in that because it's so fine. It's almost like a Times New Roman font. It's
lovely. It reminds me a little bit of a slightly sort of Old English kind of, a little bit Last of the Summer Wine kind of font. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, it's got that.
Yeah, it's got that lovely charm about it. So you can go very, very summer with this. You can go very, very bright and pink and silver and all sorts with this. Right, need to go back to the happy hour as well because that's going absolutely bonkers. I'm not surprised. Remember, it's the 8 dot... What? Blimey. So we don't really need to mention this right now because for anyone that's watching this overnight, I don't think you'll have this as an item number available to you. 715851, 80% now live on this Monday night at, well, just gone 8:30 on Monday night. And this is the mechanism which gives you this wonderful double message. So you can put your 40 or your number in there, open up the card, and you get a second message come through. How cool is that? It's really, really good. So the dies that are on this happy hour make the mechanism for that. 715851 is your item number at £9.99, but you will need to be super, super quick. Like in the next few minutes, I would suggest that you get that because it won't be long before that turns to red and it's sold out and gone. We've also got the embossing folders on the show, and these are super, super cool. They're so beautiful. They're so deep as well, and they work with this collection, the Mandala collection, plus everything else you've got in your collection, just beautifully. It's about the deep impressions on these as well, John, isn't it?
It is, yeah. The idea with a 3D embossing folder normally is people use them for pictures and patterns to give different depths of dimension.
Yeah.
But to me, an embossing folder is always best when it is a pattern.
Yeah.
And it's repeating, and certainly on a 3D, because you can actually see that the point of that quilt of blocks goes into the point at the middle.
Yes.
You can see the different depth. The spiral flowers, you can see that the leaves are behind those sort of spiral rose flowers.
Yeah.
And you can see how well it is. And these are all just embossed into the craft artist satin card in silver. So this isn't metal or anything posh. This is just embossed into the craft artist satin card. But again, you've got all those different layers of depth in there. And to me, a random patterned embossing folder like that braided lines will always be my favourite.
I just love it. And honestly, you need Feely Vision for this, which is why you need to get these home and to see them. Quick sample, just to give you an example of what it can do, by the way, in the background of a mandala card here by John Lockwood, I do believe.
It is one of mine, yes. This is actually the video card.
Oh, is it?
So on YouTube, it shows you exactly step by step how to make that card.
It's cool. And the card, by the way, used to make this card, how many more times can you say card, is at the bottom of the screen there. So you've got the Craft Artist Satin and Mirror card pack there, which is the black and the red, and it's 20 sheets there at £9.99, and it really is super, super cool. Right. Alphabet, right. OK, you are so lucky to have this, by the way, because this was never destined to come back. Sold out history, you know, sort of retired like 18 months ago, never to be seen again. So many people came to Peter and to you, John, and were like, please, 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 can we have it back? Will it ever? When will that be coming back? You know, lots and lots of different iterations of that. And eventually, Peter relented, didn't he, John?
He did. It was his suggestion, actually.
Oh, OK.
It was his suggestion.
Okay.
He said, should we do that bold alphabet again then? I went, we've been asked a lot. Go on then.
Isn't that beautiful? That little happy
birthday
it's so stepper.
You think it looks too big, but it's such a clean, crisp font, but it doesn't shout at you like capitals usually do.
No, it doesn't.
And the way I designed it as well is the biggest thing that annoys me personally about die alphabets is when they are individual letters.
Yeah.
When you have to find and use 26 individual dies.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. What I've done is, on the die here, you've got 3 strips, which go through all the way from A through to Z, and basically, it doesn't take up that much card. And what I do is, you cut a load at once, and then you make the letters together, and I think you've actually got there somewhere. you've got a booklet that I made, like a notebook, where I used the random pieces left over. I think it is that one, actually.
Oh, is it this one?
But that sort of threw into the background and everywhere.
Oh, cool, yeah,
And
look.
used the waist as a stencil.
Yeah.
No one would ever believe that I made that. But that's mine. I made that.
That's very mixed media.
But yeah, using the waist and everything, because you can always use those letters. It's just so much fun to make.
Look, this is using that satin card that's on the show as well. Look. Love it. Oh, sorry, it should be that way around, shouldn't it?
I don't think it matters, actually. But again, on the back is the waist.
Yeah.
Can you see with the Z?
Yeah.
That's actually the waist. Don't waste that because it's just as attractive.
Oh, look, there's another embossing folder to go and look for. I'm sure you'll find it in John next door or somewhere, or it may have retired. It may have gone forever. Right, OK, let's go to the website. Now, we've got the set, which has the craft mat, the self-healing craft mat, which is dual colours as well, by the way. It's all pink on one side, pink and white on one side, and black with pink markings on the other side, which is really, really handy as well. It stops cards going into disguise while you're actually trying to work with them. And it also has the hobby knife, the pricking ruler, and the metal edge rulers as well. And we've seen why having wider and narrower versions of that is so useful when John was making the frame there, as well, for cutting out apertures. It's brilliant. £17.49. And we'll have a quick look at the card that we keep talking about. Let's see it, shall we? There it is. In fact, I will show you as well. Have I got all of it here?
No.
Ah, OK, I'll take the front covers. Yes. Right, OK, so with these, it's 5 sheets of all the alliterations we've got here. So in gloss and in satin, you've got the black and you've got the red. And I'll try and show it to you. There we go.
The red satin is like velvet.
Yeah, it's
it
gorgeous,
just is
isn't
beautiful. But I love, it's so hard to get black gloss card.
Yeah.
And of course, for all your alcohol techniques, both the black gloss and the black satin work perfectly for your alcohol techniques. And again, so hard to get black. And it just works so well together. So I had to put this little package together for people like me who like those colours.
Yeah, beautiful, aren't they? Perfect. That might be just what you're looking for right now. 187094 is your item number, and it's just £9.99 for all of those 20 sheets then. Right, next demo.
Right, OK, so I was going to do you a version of this card.
Oh, nice. Love this.
OK, because I think you really liked that.
Really love that,
But I'm going to change the colours and show how different it can be. But you would think with this, when you look at all the background and all the layers in this, you'd think there's 2 or 3 different die sets used.
Oh, yeah.
It's not. It is literally just the Windsor Mandala. That's it.
Oh, OK.
Everything on this card is the Windsor Mandala.
Oh, cool.
It's just using them in different sections. So what I've got here is I've cut a piece of white card. Again, I'm using the linen card. But I've cut this to, I think it's approximately 3 by 5, but I don't measure it, John, honestly. I'm terrible for this. I should put it in my guillotine and do it. It's 3.5.
Wasn't me.
That was me, by 5. So 3.5 by 5. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the detail die from the Windsor. But I'm not using it in place. I'm going to randomly put it on. So I'm just going to randomly put that on. Yeah, just like that. But what I want to do is I want to look through this. So I'm going to use the little centerpiece in there as well, because again, one that's not included on the board is this one, where you can actually cut the center out and make this into a ring.
Oh,
so that's not included on the board either.
Yeah.
So all we do is run that through, and again, I'm going to shim it because it's complex, but every time people always forget you can cut off. You can cut it off the area that you're doing. It doesn't have to all cut into card, it can cut into nothing.
Oh, OK, right.
And the number of times that people, oh, do I have to cut a bigger piece and cut it down?
Oh.
No, look. Doesn't hurt a die to not have anything to cut into.
Oh, OK.
Yeah, it can cut into nothing as it can cut into anything.
That's a new one on me as well.
So, there we go. So I've got that one there. OK. And then let's take that out. And again, just clean it between uses and give it the best clean you can possibly do.
Oh, here we go.
Which is basically, even that's delicate.
It's basically abuse.
Yeah. If in doubt, hit it. No.
Yeah. You have got a brush roll of it.
I have, I know, but I've got so into it so habit of doing that over the years.
Because you demonstrate as well, so everything is
I'm
quick.
just as bad at home.
Oh, okay.
No, it's no different
well,
at
you know,
home.
I
Literally, we are constantly hoovering and sweeping through in the craft cave at
vacuuming,
home.
John. Vacuuming.
So,
Oh, happy hour? Oh, okay. Happy hour. Details are coming back up. And then that needs to go to green now, please. Thank you very much. Limited stock, as we said it would. If you're watching on the overnight repeats, try the item number by all means in the website, just in case any do bounce back, but it's so unlikely. But if you're the lucky, you might be the lucky one, I don't know, at 4 o'clock in the morning. Give it a try. All you can do, isn't it, 4 o'clock in the morning? Try.
yeah, exactly. I mean, to be honest, when I first got into crafting, that's when I was buying my stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we would get in. We were running a bar and restaurant. We would get in late at night, and that's what got me into the actual paper crafting.
Yeah.
Was ordering a kit at about 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning on a repeat.
Isn't that a juxtaposition of careers?
Oh,
Bars and
don't! I've
restaurants
had
to-
so many different careers. It's hilarious. I usually change career completely every 7 years.
Oh, don't do it again though. Now,
I've been
don't do it
doing
again
this
now.
7 years now.
No, John, no, don't say that. Don't use me as a patsy.
No,
like
I'm not.
I
I'm just.
told them. I dropped the hint. I said to him on that show, "Don't be doing that to us."
No, I wouldn't do that.
You
No,
can't do that
I
to us
love.
now.
I love what I do, but I have in the past changed careers dramatically every 7 years for some reason.
Well, you found the right one now.
I
so
have found the
you've got
right
to
one.
Stick with it.
So you can see now I've got that piece. Yeah, really simple, really easy. There we go. Very holy.
Beautiful,
So
yes.
a little bit of a spray glue. I know it's going to be a spray glue show. I'm sorry, guys. It's just for speed.
It's all right.
And I'm going to put that onto a piece of this is I think called jeans, as I remember.
Jeans.
Yeah, it's one of the linen cards. We had it as a set.
Ah.
I do think it's sold out, to be honest.
We don't
But-
have any, do we, on the brand shop at the moment?
No, we don't have
no.
any linen card at the moment.
No.
I'm literally using some of my last pieces of the white. I don't even have any.
Oh, okay.
So, there we go. So, okay. But of course, I've got more dies I can use. So I can drop in that circle one there, and it will just cut in.
And that's got lovely detail in it as well.
It just cuts a row of dots.
Yes.
This is where I use my brush when it's too small to flick.
Ah, okay, yeah.
So we'll put that one in there.
Well, I was just thinking actually, especially on Belgravia, the outline of the dies has got like lots of little potential stitch holes. So if you wanted to
has.
embroider through them, around them, there is
Oh, you
lots of scope to
could.
be able to do that in this.
You could do
isn't
like
there?
a spirelli, which is an old technique where you actually do threads over or do threads through. Patterns like that to gather in the middle. So you would go
Okay, yeah,
in
yeah.
through hole one
Yeah.
at the top on one side, but then you would come out through hole two at the
Yes.
and go. You could. Oh, that
I
would
know
look
the
beautiful.
kind of thing you mean.
Yeah,
A bit like sort of macrame, but a more delicate
yeah.
version of.
But you see, there we go.
Wonderful. See, this is good. If you think to yourself that you're sitting in this show totally enthralled, 48 minutes later, and you've got now lots of ideas in your head, well, act upon it right now, because you could be having... I mean, John has to squeeze in what is 3,000 ideas potentially that he could show you right now. He has to squeeze that down into 57 minutes. And with me getting in the way all the time and whatever. And that's really difficult to do. So if you've got plenty of ideas fizzing from what you're seeing right now, then you know you've got something that's amazing value on your hands. And the whole thing, by the way, sorry, I've not even talked about the price in this hour at all, but there is a freedom price there as well. There is flexi on it. It is, I do believe it is a why not as well, isn't it? Pretty much, yeah. Of course, it's a why not deal as well because it's got a flex. Yeah, you're saving £10.19. Get yourself a Freedom membership. Just try it. I mean, you could no better month to try it really than now through into November. Really, really good because of course, if you've got Freedom membership, you pay just one off of £7.97. You'll then get postage for the rest of the month included in your membership. And that's
So I've
£3.95
always
a
thought
time.
that was the craziest one. That's why I've been a Freeman member for like 5 years now.
It's bonkers.
I don't even notice it coming out, but the
silly.
idea of, to me, and you know, it's something I have and I pay for, and the great thing is I'm not paying postage.
Well, it just means that the price of your order is the price of your order.
Yes, it is,
don't
and
have
it
to go-
doesn't matter.
You don't have to wait until you get to the checkout and go, hang on a minute, I'm sure somewhere down the clicks there it was only this, and now by the time I've got to the checkout, I pay what?
It's things like when we wanted some more Pentart heavy body gel,
Yeah.
so we just went on and ordered it,
Yes.
and it.
Yeah, because you ordered
it-
just one of nothing,
Yeah,
can't you, really?
and it came the next day, or came 2 days later, and it didn't cost us the postage.
I know.
I know.
Brilliant, isn't
So
it?
basically, I've put that on to different colours just to show you.
You know what's
So I've
happened,
just
John.
matted and laid it. Go on.
You know what's happened.
I got a feeling I could guess.
Let's wave goodbye to the happy hour. Off you go. You are sold out and gone. As I say, if you are watching the overnight shows, it's so unlikely, but it's worth checking the item number just in case. But I don't even know why I'm saying that.
No, it does sometimes happen.
Well,
though. We do
yeah.
have we have seen it before where things have bounced back. We've managed to get that once or twice when it's been system.
There will
problems.
be more.
Sam and I at home have been able to buy things when they've sold out
Ah.
later at night 'cause one's bounced back.
Ah, well, there you go. Well, so it might be worth a try. But remember, when John is back tomorrow at 8 a.m, or on Tuesday, should I say, 8 a.m, midday and 4 p.m, new happy hours for each of those hours as well.
Yes, there is. So we've put the background on. Okay.
Lovely.
And you see how that's obviously overcut a little bit there.
Yeah.
And?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but it's an and.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You're doing a random pattern, it doesn't matter.
Of course.
So what I would do then is, and this is where I would try and be a little bit clever. So I would go, I've cut 3 squares in the 3 colours I'm using.
Okay.
Okay, so if anyone did manage to get this blue kit when we had it on, that's what I'm using.
Is this linen card again?
This is the linen card, yeah.
Such a
But I've got to use what I like. But what I'm doing is,
Yeah, but we want some.
I want to be able to get, this is to me is to get a twofer.
Right.
Whenever you can get a twofer, it's always going to be better value.
Yeah.
So I'm going to cut the largest one from the darkest blue, and this is the largest in the Windsor.
Okay.
Well, it's die number 2, it's not the circle, I'm just using the detail.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's that one. I'm going to go next, I'm going to go down a shade to cut the next one, and I'm going to place that one over it and take the next one in the set and cut that out. And I'm going to place it there.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tape it down. I can even cut with that in place. It doesn't matter.
Yes.
This is what's so great about the Kaleido and a manual machine.
Yes.
You control it, so you don't have to worry about, you know, with an electric it zips off and...
Yeah, there's a lot of distance and a lot of potential movement between you letting go of it
and it actually
it
coming
coming
through.
back.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you can see there. So it's the pieces I want are the positive, not the negative. But
Yeah.
this is the start of my next project, because there I could then take that one down. Yeah, okay. And I could cut that patterned one in. So we'll just clean that one out. Okay, so I'm going to take that one, pick up the middle, pick up that one, because I actually want this colour as well.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put that, drop that into the middle there. Okay. And I don't want to wreck this, and it's detail, so add a shim, run it
You've
through.
done it again. It's because we're all on the same bench, that's why. I'll fix.
It's me, let's face
It's
it.
all
I
right,
just
John.
bang the
It's
table and all
right.
sorts of
Oh, and then Derek gets involved and just crashes even more.
things. It's fine, we get to go home. I was going to say we get to go home in a minute, but we don't, do we, Derek? You've got another
no.
show.
Yes, I've got another show. And then another day full of them tomorrow. And so have you, haven't you?
I have,
Here
yeah.
all
So you
day
see
tomorrow.
there how we've actually gone, I would clear all those bits out and then take another piece of the dark blue. So that's the waist, okay?
Coolio.
That's not, so
Yes.
look where you're cutting it from, because luckily,
Look at what
because I'm
you've got
sure I
back.
heard in my ear that I haven't got very long. I've already
No, you've
pre-cut
got
these.
3 minutes.
So, there we go. So there is, let's go that way, shall we? And let's cover over where I wasn't keen on that. So So there's the big out one, yeah.
Yeah.
Then I cut that together in the next colour. So we'll go there. So then I did that one in the lighter shade, so let's go there. Then I did that one, so in the darkest shade again, let's go there. So these are all in the die set. Let's go there, and let's match that centre there with that there, and we're done. So there you go.
Do you know? Oh, sorry, that was me. Hello.
Yeah, we nearly caught you then. Slipping off.
It's just
but
making
it's
a guest
literally
appearance.
just a case of changing the colours and cutting the pattern in.
That's brilliant.
And of course, I've got all of those pieces then to start a card that comes inwards as that one goes outwards.
And think about all of your colour combinations as well. Can I just show you a few more as well, just at the end of this show? Because just in case you need any further reasons to absolutely love this, think about all the different colours of cards that you can use. Think of all the different seasons of the years you can use these as well. Just keep it plain and simple in black and white. Decorate the tops of boxes and give it a bit of elevation as well. Over 40% of the one-day special sold out and gone already. I am not one bit surprised. Think about all of your favourite colours. Think about those cardstock colours that you just don't use very often, that you just think, what am I ever going to do with that coloured cardstock? Well, take a couple of different colours from the same family and use them with these fabulous dies. They are amazing. They really are. And what the corners can do for you as well is quite extraordinary. I mean, that's a complete departure from all the mandala kind of vibe. And you can put brads in the middle of them and you can create a little bit of dimension and a little bit of movement in your cards as well, and have them however you want to. And of course, you can completely 3D them up as well. The versatility, John, is just enormous.
That's
isn't it,
what I
on
was trying to achieve. That's what I really wanted to get in this, was something that you could go from something. I give you that one.
Yeah, look at that.
That's just using the border.
That's incredible. And that's
Yeah.
one of the 22 dies.
In the same colour, just using 2 of the dies from the set there.
Simple, but so
How clean
so
and effective is that?
Yeah.
You wouldn't think it was from the same collection, or that is not the same die as this one in black and gold.
Look at that.
And the corners just add to the points and fit each point.
John, back on Tuesday, 8 a.m. and at midday and at 4 in the afternoon. I don't think this is going to last the day, to be honest. So much of the stock has sold out and gone. John, thank you as ever.
Thank you.
See you on Tuesday. See you on Tuesday as well. Make sure that you stay right where you are if you're watching us on this Monday night. It's going to be busy.